Hello viewers, Namaste, and once again welcome to our YouTube channel Japan Calling. This is our second video in Privately Financed Student Scholarship series. So in this video I will be telling about types of scholarships. So there are various types of scholarships, privately financed scholarships. So there could be a fully funded scholarship which covers all the expenses. Then there are partially funded scholarships like tuition fee is waived off, maybe sometimes first term tuition fee, maybe sometimes two terms tuition fee is waived off. There are sometimes scholarships for your accommodation or maybe sometimes a monthly stipend. So in this video, one of my students, Priyanka Supekar, is sharing her experience with you. Priyanka went to Japan as a privately financed student. She did her masters in Ritsumeikan University where she got 2-3 scholarships. So she is sharing with you scholarships, then her life in Japan, studies, jobs. Friends, these sharings are really very important. These sharings will give you some hints, clues, and most importantly, authentic information. So do watch.
After my engineering, I came to Reshma Sensei for learning N5 and 4, and she really took classes just for me. So, yeah, at that time I had just a rough idea that I want to go to Japan, but I did not know how should I apply, where should I search the information. I had absolutely no idea of that. Then I started discussing with Reshma Sensei, and she used to tell me about few universities which are national, private, and like that. Then I also started searching on internet and approaching some universities in Japan. Then it was like many of the times you have many questions, right? So I was confused now how to find these questions because internet will not give you all the information. So when I discussed again with Reshma Sensei, she used to tell me that you directly mail all your questions to the universities and you'll get the proper answers. And exactly that is what happened. I started mailing whatever my questions were to the university. They started giving me the replies, and slowly I started asking them what were the requirements, what should I need to send and all. And I started applying with those requirements. Then it is like every professor in Japan usually has some assistant. So first you need to deal with assistant, and then the assistant will talk to the professor, and if they feel that I can match their requirement, they'll approach us with the interviews or sometimes some tests. So many universities prefer mostly a personal chat first, or some universities will prefer your technical test. So I went through all those things, and likewise then I landed into like Ritsumeikan University, which is near Kyoto city. That is how I came to Ritsumeikan University for masters in computer science and electronics. About scholarships, yeah, I was actually privately financed student. So when I came to Japan, Ritsumeikan University introduced all the privately financed students with lot many scholarships. So scholarships can be by university, scholarships can be by government, or it can be from some companies. But you need to give some interviews or application for that. An application mainly includes what kind of research you want to do with these fees or with the scholarship stipend. About me, as soon as I came to Japan, I first got opportunities with scholarships provided by university, Ritsumeikan University, and one Japan government also. So Ritsumeikan University had options for full scholarship or full tuition fee deduction or half tuition fee deduction. And when I applied, I got half tuition fee deduction. That was the first scholarship. And second, what I got was from the Japanese government JASO, which is like about 50,000 yen per month. So to tell to students, it is like about my 1 month rent was deducted. I mean, I got 1 month rent for that. It's like that. So these were the two scholarships which I got. So let me tell about my experience in university first. So what had happened was I came out of my home city for the first time, and that too abroad. So the feeling when I landed into airport in Japan was really like, oh my God, am I really going to do this? But what happened was one of my lab mate came to receive me because my professor was in America at that time. And when he came to receive me, he was very kind and good, talking, how are you, and all that stuff. And when we came to university and I like landed near my laboratory, it was like at every doorstep they had written some welcome note that welcome Priyanka, and everywhere I was going, it was like welcome, welcome. And on my desk also they had written like welcome. If you have any problem anytime, please talk to us. We will always be there for you. So that was the first happiest moment for me, which relieved me that, okay, I can really survive in Japan alone. So that was the good thing in university. Other good thing in university was like professors, lab mates, everyone was very kind. And even the people in the office, they'll be knowing your name. Whenever they meet you, they'll be like, oh, hi, Priyanka. And I'll be like, oh, what is this person's name? I don't even know, but they do know me. So that was a really great feeling that yes, you are valued here or you are supported here, you'll be cooperated here. So anytime I had any doubt, I just had to talk to them and my problem would be solved. So it was very nice journey in university. About Japan, if you ask me, no doubt I came with the motive that people in Japan are very nice, very kind. And the same thing happened when I came to Japan. Not a single difference I could see, that everyone was very nice. Even I used to stay in dormitory managers were very kind, and many of the managers were fond of India. So we used to have a long chit chats about India, about Japan. They used to, because since for example, if we don't know Japanese or if we can't read something, then managers over there used to help us to read and make us understand what is the process, help us in all the documents in the initial days when you don't understand anything what to do. So overall, Japanese experience was very nice, and yeah. So my overall course in Ritsumeikan University was actually English. I mean, my exams were in English, classes in English, and research in English, and the final thesis also in English. So Japanese, if I really had to use, was outside when speaking to people outside university. So that was the easiest part because learning in English was comfortable. And then outside, I could develop my Japanese skills. So in Japan, basically, you start job hunting 1 year before you graduate. So within 1 year, I had given N3, and N5 and N4 I had given when I was studying with Reshma Sensei in India itself before coming to Japan. So N3 I gave in Japan in 1 year, and then I could start my job hunting. So to start job hunting, to understand the process, obviously we are new, we don't know how the process goes. So every university usually has one job hunting campus or session, or how can I say, group, who will always be there to guide you about the job hunting process. And those were the people, they start preparing you for job hunting 1 year before itself. Like they will tell you how to speak in the interview, how to write your resumes and something like that. So the job hunting process in India and Japan, there's one single difference, first of all, that in India, companies come to campus, right? Campus interviews. But in Japan, we have to approach companies. So they don't come and take your interviews. But they do come to university to give the explanation about their business. What do they do? How is their growth? What products they do to have, like that. So those are called like setsumekai, explanatory sessions. So actually, before you start job hunting, first 2-3 months it is you have to listen to the explanatory sessions of different companies. So I had attended many Setsumekhais in university, and later slowly I started to make my resume. In resume, the one thing which you have to do is you have to write your selling point. What is good in you, or how you will be benefited to the company. So that is the only thing they expect most, I mean. And I started making my resumes in that way with the help of people in university. And also, like in India we have naukri.com, but in Japan they have different some recruiting online things like Mynavi or Rikunabi, and there also you just feed your data like you do in naukri.com, and then they will give you about information about different companies which are suitable to you. One thing which was really good for me was Rikunabi had one consultancy system for foreigners. So if you apply for them, those people will guide you in everything: writing resume, taking interview practice, checking your resumes, everything. Anything you have, any single doubt, they'll get with you. So I had applied for that, and there was one lady who really helped me in my job hunting process, right? Checking my resumes, asking me the questions, what are my actual needs, helping me in practicing interview. So by in this way, I started my job hunting process 1 year before, and slowly I started applying. So first you have to just say that if you have interest in company or not. Plain entry. We say plain entry. Plain entry is I have interest in you. So you need to first send that mail. After you send that mail, then companies will send you all the information about company job hunting process. So after that comes aptitude test. Aptitude test can be technical or it can be like math, science, English, Japanese. So it depends on company to company. Once you clear with aptitude test, maybe the next round can be HR round. HR round, the main aim for HR round is that first they'll ask you why did you choose Japan and why do you want to work in our country. I mean, not obviously country also, and why in our company also. So if you can answer these three questions, everything is set. And the later one is if you have convinced HR people, the last is a technical round. But in technical round also the questions are almost same like HR people. But about technicals, they'll just ask you what is your experience, what all things you know in your field. They'll not ask you any definition or any formulas. What they will ask you is what your work was in before you will join our company. For example, what you did in engineering, what you learned in masters, what was your research, what were your projects, to just get to know what is your field of interest. And if you have cleared that, you are free to go to the company. So in this way, I got job almost 5-6 months before I graduated. And after my graduation in computer science and electronics from Ritsumeikan University, I joined Fujitsu General Company, which is in ACs.
I hope this sharing will definitely help you. In our next video, we will be giving more information about privately financed student scholarships. So do watch our next video, and most importantly, if you have not, then subscribe our channel and like and share this video. Thank you very much. Stay tuned.